Do not attempt to adjust your display settings. I am, in fact, about half Scottish, half German. Morning roundup. The freaking filament broke again. I think we gotta reposition this spool so it's like here. It must be that the filament is reaching all the way over here and that breaks it. Because like this has happened a couple times over here. Of course, the funny thing about it is like I have this on like multiple printers and they generally don't do that, but whatever. Maybe the slight difference in size is what matters. And here we have a Moai bank. Fun story. This guy, you guys probably remember the Moai bank I sent off. The post office decided to deliver it to a P.O. box in a different state. I'm not going to give out the exact states, but it's like if he lived in Arizona, they delivered it to a P.O. box in Arkansas for some reason. The guy wanted a refund. He was actually pretty cool about it. I just said, can I just send you another one? He's like, all right. So we're going to do that. We got a Sharky boy here. Big T-Rex skull going to get done today. And we've got another wall coffee. Last night I put together a list of pretty much every thrift store in Houston. We're going to hit probably most of them. I'm also trying to line up a good breakfast place, which I think we've got a couple of options. I want to go somewhere we haven't gone before. There's some really interesting stuff. So we're going to make this little video pretty epic when we do it. Okay, for some reason I got a random email. I don't think it's even spam. I think somebody just accidentally chose the wrong recipient. But it's something about like OSHA compliance. It's this super long thing. And I decided to give it to ChatGPT. It's actually minutes from a meeting. And I decided to give it to ChatGPT and tell them like, I want you to deeply understand what this is about and then write a email that has a similar tone that addresses some concerns about whatever they wrote. And so I did that. So the adventure begins. All right, let's pack some things. Big old T-Rex skull. I think what's bothered me about the term catalytic converter is because like a catalyst sort of is something that converts something. It's almost like calling it a converter. I started a bit of a debate in the local Nacogdoches Facebook group about whether the Vietnamese guy who runs the banh mi shop in the mall is rude. There's very much people on both sides. People that are just going to the wall for this guy that he's never been rude, and a bunch of people that are like, no, he's been pretty rude to me. You never know what's going to start a firestorm. There's also a lot of debate still about the stone fort. Longtime viewers might remember. It's on the college campus here. I think the city's thinking about designating it as something that can't be torn down or whatever. You just know that if that thing got torn down, they'd put some like nondescript administration building there. It's like, this thing's from the 1800s. Like, what are you doing? It's like, why do people do this? They tear down cool things and build stupid looking things. I think it's time for a little sweet dunk. I'm trying to do a little bit of this every single day. My legs kind of aren't that used to riding a bike anymore, so I'm trying to build up a little leg strength. And gives me an excuse to go get coffee, which is totally good with me. There we go. Sweet dunk and shine. I think these new crosswalk things aren't working. They make noise, but nothing happened. Dunkin' Donuts is a human right. Well, we might as well put this spool on top of the bar instead of attached to the end like this, so maybe we don't get a snappage, because that is no bueno. All right, we're gonna preheat this, and we're just gonna get right back on the horse with this alien boy. I just canceled a guy's order. He ordered a Saruman pipe holder, and maybe I need to do a Chuck Norris one, but anyway. He messaged me asking like why I don't show each item in every color. Obviously the reason I don't do that is because I would have to print it in every color, or I would have to paint it every color or something. Now, a lot of the items I show in multiple colors, because every time I make a new product in a new color, I just include the pictures from the old color, so they can see a few things. Anyway, I kind of explained this to him, and he just started getting really mean about it. Like, just really, really rude. And like, the first thing I said was like, well, what colors would you like to see? I can show you some other items that are that color and kind of give you an idea. Then he just like kept complaining that I didn't have colors on the item in question. I'm like, all right, I explained why I don't have that, but what can I show you? And this happened like 4 or 5 times, and he just started getting meaner and meaner, even though I was trying to like solve his problem, I guess. And I was just like, all right, you're being rude, I'm canceling your order. He hasn't responded yet, but it was 40 bucks, and I don't care. It sucks during the slow times after Christmas to be canceling orders and just letting go of money. Like, it's very against my instinct, but I'm telling you, if they're complaining beforehand, they're gonna complain afterward. You don't want that money. That money is blood money. So yeah, it was just so ridiculous. I mean, I 100% got what he was saying, and I acknowledged that I got what he was saying and stuff, but then I'm just like, all right, what can I show you? Some people, one of the biggest red flags, it's like when they just aren't listening. They're acting like you didn't even say anything. That's what that lady with the waffle last year was like. When I kept saying like, here's the tracking, and then she'd be like, where's the tracking? I'm like, here's a screenshot of the tracking. He's like, why aren't you uploading tracking? That's the biggest red flag there is, folks. I swear, I'm never gonna forget that lady. She's not like the worst ever, but she's in the Hall of Fame. I should have a Hall of Fame. I could like print stuff out. Maybe I actually should do that. That'd be hilarious. It would really be a Hall of Infame. I was just thinking about like, there's just a whole skill set that you gain from doing this. At the beginning of this business, man, there's just no, I just did not have any kind of idea. Like, this is a person that leaves bad reviews. This is the kind of stuff they write. This is the kind of broken, horrible typing that they use. This is what to look for in psychological factors or personality factors. Like, I feel like I could just write a book. It's also from waiting tables and doing deliveries and stuff too. Like, you kind of learn, like talking on the phone, like, how many pizzas do you want? Oh, you want the pepperoni on the left side? You want no ice in the water? The more demanding they are and the weirder the requests and the less sense it all makes, the more likely they are to complain. Or in the case of pizzas, the less likely they are to give you a tip. It's just funny, you'll be like young and doe-eyed, and you just have no idea about this kind of stuff. But you learn. Oh boy, do you learn. I just really want to comb. Dlist dog toy. I got these two. Pretty cool. I swear, like, a good 25% of country songs are like, damn, I love this bar. We needed a little black paint. I think today's the day that we get the bomb done. Bomb is done. They're out of the cheap stuff. I guess we'll use this stuff. It's $3.99, so. Ended up being 50 cents. Imagine hating on me, and I'm just like, a little something for the kids. I think my hair is actually starting to get a little bit thinner. Most of my family still has their hair, but I'm not quite as in need of a brush as I used to be. Well, we have the bomb. I thought a lot about how to do the letters actually. The first plan was to paint the rope bit and then paint everything black and then do the white spots by hand. It was an option, but this is kind of a lot of white to paint with a marker. So I think we're going the route of, we painted it white, we're gonna tape it off, paint the rest black, obviously tape this off as well, paint everything black, and then if we need to touch up a little bit here and there with the black and white, we have black and white paint markers, and that's nice and easy. So yeah. It's always like a question of what the most efficient way to do one of these items is. Yeah, let's get it. Might be getting a custom dolphin. They're wanting like a dolphin sticking out of the wall, but then the tail also. We're working it out, but it might happen. With stuff like this, we don't really wrap the tape very much because I want to paint these edges. So we're just putting it on the surface. We're gonna black all this up, and whatever gets missed, we're just touching it up, like I said. Some days you just can't paint a bomb. Let's package some more stuff. David Bowie. Gold T-Rex. Einstein. Let's get this mosasaur out. All right, this is pretty dry to the touch. Probably gonna need a little bit of touch up, but we'll see what we got here. At long last, bam, and I do mean bam. Look at that boomy boy. If you ain't booming, you ain't looming. Man, look at this thing. I am so happy with this. I was gonna take pictures of it today, but it's kind of late. We've got some other stuff to do. It's a good project for tomorrow, but business is booming. Man, there's so many bomb puns. M3 is the bomb. These deals are explosive. We've dropped a bomb on our prices. Save, save, save. We've got explosive deals. The possibilities are endless. This is a marketing moonshot. I feel like that's the wrong analogy. This is a slam dunk for like any business that ever has anything go on sale or sells fireworks. We've got a guitar octo and another guitar octo. Join the Discord, link below. Dudorius, lol, all this praise about the food and then out of nowhere, this coffee is rather unimpressive. I almost spit out my home brew coffee at work. That was a little confusing there. It's like work brew at home brew at work, whatever. Thanks, lol. Thank you. I'm glad you retained your coffee. Joe, R.E., gas station torta. The best barbecue I've ever had was at a gas station in Texas. That isn't the most unlikely thing. Guy the Jedi, I will be in Houston next week for a work conference. Have a safe trip, brother. Very cool. What kind of work? Andrews IDOTI 11. You need to get an alignment. That's why your tire was showing wire on one side. It makes your tires last a lot longer. Everyday viewer, first time commenting. Thank you. We definitely will eventually get one. Alrighty, what am I grateful for today? I'm feeling pretty good that the bomb turned out nice. Pictures tomorrow will be really fun. I've kind of talked about this before. Some of the items that sell the best are like not the ones that you're expecting. And then you have items that you think are going to sell really well, and then they don't. The bomb is one that I think I'm going to sell. I could see it very much doing well, but it could be in the second category where it doesn't sell that well. I don't know. I have big plans. I have big hopes and dreams for the bomb, but we'll see. This is one of those real experiment ones. I'm very grateful for that. Tell me what you're grateful for in the comments. We drop the goodness every single day. You guys are the best. Thanks for taking the journey with moi. Peace out.
Stay around you. blinding are the lessons I'm saying to you. Standing in a moment, what has been is cast aside, frozen there as time rode. I know that you must have died. Light waves surround you. Open up your mind. Time to say auf Wiedersehen. Open up your mind. Create me something precious. Find me something free. Empty my possessions. Everything that we through emotions. And we're all going to die. So leave me something precious. Another glimpse of light. Light waves surround you. Open up your light. Time to say auf Wiedersehen.